A monumental shift that could forever change the way Nigerians sleep at night has just been officially set into motion directly from the nation's capital. For many years, citizens, security experts, and political leaders have vigorously debated the absolute necessity of decentralizing our security architecture, and now that long-awaited dream is finally becoming a very solid reality. President Bola Tinubu has fully thrown his weight behind the creation of state police, and the newly confirmed Inspector General of Police, Tunji Disu, is completely wasting no time in bringing this massive vision to life. During his very first formal engagement with the highest-ranking police officers in the country, Inspector General Disu boldly inaugurated a highly specialized 8-member State Police Implementation Committee. This extremely crucial group is being chaired by the highly respected Professor Olu Ogunsakin, and their primary responsibility is to design the exact framework and coordinate the complete rollout of this new, highly controversial policing model across all 36 states. This massive development comes just days after the Nigeria Police Council unanimously ratified Tunji Disu as the 23rd Indigenous Inspector General of Police, clearing the way for his full swearing-in at the Presidential Villa in Abuja. The speed at which this implementation committee was set up clearly shows that the current administration views our national security situation as an absolute emergency that requires immediate and highly permanent solutions. For decades, Nigeria has relied heavily on a centrally controlled policing structure where orders have to come all the way from Abuja before officers can effectively respond to local crises. Sadly, this old system has proven to be incredibly slow and highly ineffective in dealing with the modern security challenges tearing our communities apart. From the rising and terrifying cases of kidnappings on our major highways to the destructive banditry completely wiping out rural farming villages in the northwest and the stubborn insurgency in the northeast, the everyday Nigerian citizen has suffered deeply. President Tinubu recently made it very clear to the lawmakers at the National Assembly that the only realistic way to completely take back our forests from dangerous marauders and free our children from constant fear is to allow local people to police their own local environments. When massive life-changing policies like the creation of state police are being drafted, it is incredibly important that you stay fully informed so you know exactly how these new laws will affect your daily life and the safety of your family. If you truly appreciate a news platform that breaks down these complex political moves into clear, verified, and easy-to-understand updates, please take just one quick second right now to hit that like button. Liking the video is the absolute best way to ensure this crucial national update reaches the screens of millions of other patriotic citizens who deeply need to understand this new security structure. Also, please make sure you hit that subscribe button right now and quickly turn on your notification bell so you never miss out when we drop our next comprehensive report on how these new state police officers will be heavily armed and deployed. We rely entirely on your amazing support to keep bringing these vital, honest updates directly to your screen every single day, so please ensure you join our growing family. Returning to the powerful inauguration event, the new Inspector General used this historic moment to send a very stern, uncompromising warning to his senior officers. He looked directly at the top hierarchy of the force and firmly declared that leadership is not about enjoying a fancy position, but about carrying a very heavy responsibility to the people. Knowing the painful history of police misconduct and the broken trust between the uniform and the citizens, Inspector General Disu made it completely clear that absolute professionalism, strict discipline, and public accountability must now define every single police command across the nation. He warned that police authority must be exercised with maximum restraint, stressing heavily that respect for fundamental human rights is completely non-negotiable under his new administration. He strongly commanded that every single Nigerian, regardless of whether they are a wealthy politician or a struggling market trader, must be treated with absolute dignity, fairness, and justice. To prove that he is very serious about cleaning up the system from the inside out, the police boss announced massive plans to strengthen internal accountability mechanisms. He specifically directed that the Public Complaint Unit and the X Squad be fully empowered to operate completely independently. This is a massive, highly deliberate move designed to ruthlessly curb internal abuses, punish corrupt officers, and slowly restore the broken public confidence in the police force before the state police system fully kicks off. The entire transition to state police is heavily based on the idea that local people understand their local environment better than anyone else. Allowing different tiers of government to play very active roles in security management will massively enhance intelligence gathering. When the officers actually speak the local dialect, know the hidden pathways in the forest, and understand the people who live in the community, their responsiveness to sudden threats becomes incredibly fast and much more effective. However, while the excitement for this new security model is very high, there is also a very heavy cloud of fear surrounding how the state governors will handle this massive new power. Many citizens are deeply worried that once state police are fully established, some highly desperate politicians might turn these local officers into their own personal political thugs, using them to intimidate their political opponents, harass innocent voters during local elections, and silence anyone who criticizes the state government. This is a very serious concern that the Implementation Committee, led by Professor Ogunsakin, must carefully address while designing the framework. Do you personally believe that the creation of state police will finally put a permanent end to the heavy kidnapping and banditry in our local communities, or do you share the deep fear that state governors will abuse this power and use the state police for their own selfish political gains? Please take a moment to drop your honest, highly detailed thoughts in the comment section below, because your unique perspective is a highly vital part of this crucial national conversation about the true future of our security architecture.